Doug Williams' biggest concern was not his record as a starter, but rather the Chicago cold.
I had never really played in anything below zero type of weather, so this was going to be my first time. I know during pregame warm-up, I felt like I didn't have any hands. I couldn't even feel the football, and I'm in the dressing room saying, man, how am I going to play this game? First game I ever played with gloves on, and I didn't know what to expect. And we went out there, and we went down early, 14-0. All of a sudden, we started rallying back. Before you know it, we was back in the football game.
With the game tied in the third quarter, Joe Gibbs decided the time had come to try to get a big play on special teams.
And you knew it was a big moment in a game when Joe Gibbs put Darrell Green back as a returner. Darrell Green was not used very often during his 20-year career as a kick returner.
I had my hands in my warmers. I didn't pull my hands out until the ball got there. It was really that cold. That was that right now moment, and I was very fortunate in that I developed these habits as a young man of being ready for that right now moment.
Green driven back to midfield on the far side. He's got the ball up to the 45, far side 40, a seam to the 35, vaults a man to the 30, breaks it to the near side 25, watch out to the 20, near side 10, he's gone, touchdown, Washington Redskins. Darrell Green returns the punt 50 yards.
I made one cut up the field and had to vault one guy. When I landed on my feet, I had to make an immediate left-hand turn. That's when I pulled the rib cartilage and just took my other hand and gave pressure right to that spot. I didn't play anymore because that rib injury was pretty tough.
Green's punt return propelled the Redskins to the NFC Championship game, a game Green did not think he'd be healthy enough to play in.
My coaches, Richie Pettibone, called me and said, you know, I need to know if you can play. I'm in preparation to put our game plan together, and I need to know where you stand. And I said, I don't know where I stand. And he kind of pressured me and said, well, hey, I need to know where you stand. I said, well, as far as I'm concerned, just consider me not playing. This injury in my ribs is pretty substantial.
So we were talking to Darrell Green about, you need to take the shot of Novocaine and play.
And I initially said, no way, I'm not going to let anybody shoot me right in my ribs and numb anything. And kind of got a little bit, you know, a little heated, you know.
He was not real fond of needles. And the more we talked to him, says, you know, Darrell, this is a NFC Championship game. This is a chance to go to a Super Bowl. You need to be out there.
And went back to the coach and said, hey, I'm going to play. I can get this shot. I feel good about it.
Sunday afternoon, just before kickoff, he took that shot. And I bet it's the only shot he ever took in his NFL career.
On the Redskins' opening drive, Doug Williams took his shots downfield, and Washington seized the early lead.
Seemed like everything was going pretty easy for the first quarter and a half, and we kind of hit a wall.
And the Vikings started rallying and then eventually tied the game 10-10. And the next time we had the ball, we realized that we had to do something.
Back is Williams, looking right, fires it into the end zone, touchdown, Washington Redskins. Gary Clark.
The Redskins' lead was 7, but there was still plenty of time for one last Vikings drive.
Well, I'm on the sideline at roughly the 6-minute mark. My shot is worn off. I'm not getting another shot. You know, I've already made that decision. But the pressure of the game, you know, just the adrenaline, I just ran back out there because I just felt that, you know, this is a moment.
With less than a minute to play, the Vikings had one last chance from the Redskins' 6-yard line.
4th down and 4. 1 down to the Super Bowl. Joe Gibbs down on one knee where he can see. Yeah. Down on both knees so he can see. So he can say a prayer.
I know myself, I had everything I can crossed.
And my position was always that the game will go through the man that brought them to the dance. So my attitude was, I'm ready to cover Anthony Carter. They were thinking, clear everything out, try to get a one-on-one situation with Darren Nelson. The ball is coming here. It's on.
Wilson takes the snap, looking left, throws it into the end zone. Batted away, incomplete. Redskins are going to the Super Bowl.
That was a thrill. I remember jumping up and running down the field. I'm thinking, I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Joe Gibbs looks like he's ready to collapse. What excitement, Frank.
I can actually tell you what happened on that last play. Anthony Carter actually was supposed to go outside.
Anthony didn't really clear the field out the way he really should have. He kept me in the vicinity of the ball, and I was able to see it.
So he just played the ball and knocked the ball down.
It was the most electrifying situation I've ever been in. And so that was the one. That was the one I always remember.